The tunnels down this way are very much like you just crossed. Some amoebas in the water, narrow slips of stone that you're able to quickly duck between and dodge. The acrid smell does get stronger as you go down this pathway. It continues on for quite a while. You think you're walking for about an hour, and the numbers of amoebas increasing in number. But whatever slip ups you make, you're able to quickly fix and distract them for long enough. But eventually, the hallway ends with a large pool of this ichor, and the cave slowly making its way down into it. And you find yourself at the edge of this large pit filled with this ooze.
Okay, so who wants to swim to the bottom and see what's down there?
Log no swim in that.
Just me then. Okay.
Do you?
I don't particularly want to, but if we're theorising there's another thing down there.
I mean, perhaps we could just take this as confirmation. I don't really see why there'd be this much ooze here naturally, unless the sewer leaks into here.
I don't think sewage usually looks like this.
Uh, I don't know what people eat above there. Straight garbage. It looks like. It sounds fucking looks a bit ooze. Do I have anything to help going through water? I don't believe so. Oh, ooze.
So I can head down. I'm just not sure how to see through all this.
That is a slight issue.
I mean, it's partly translucent.
Yeah, but I don't really think I can hold my eyes open under this.
Yeah, that might suck.
Here's where we need like a plastic bag, clear plastic bag.
A steampunk engineer with goggles.
Oh, that would work.
We're gonna go back to the co-op to request goggles.
I line when we need him.
And we don't have to go down here.
How big is this pool, roughly?
20-foot radius, you think?
Creed basically starts walking around the edge of the pool, sticking his 10-foot pole in and seeing what he can feel in there.
You can see you tap the sides of it and it does slope inwards, but the sides feel very slick and you don't feel a bottom per se, just the edge as it slopes down, sort of like a bowl.
Okay, so it's pretty deep. Or at
As you
least more
circle
than
around
10
the
foot deep.
side, as you circle around the side, you do feel like there's a tunnel out one side underneath it, as like one of the barriers that you're standing on top of, sort of like there's like a cavity underneath it.
Sort of pauses, jams the rod against that bit a bit. Definitely goes somewhere. I wonder if we went back and got a couple of those glowing rocks, if we could make some sort of like filtration thing to go around someone's head. I don't know, might help a little bit.
Perhaps. We might need to find a different source of crystal unless we want it to pour into the caves, however.
Well, I'm not talking about taking the whole wall down, just a couple of small bits.
Yeah, but then we could spring a leak.
I suppose worst case, the man in the shrine seemed amiable enough. We could always attempt to see if he would trade us formation crystals, assuming we indeed did make this barrier here. They evidently have no love for the ooze. Either that or no, onion wouldn't fit down here.
And good luck luring him if he could. He couldn't even get out of his room.
Log. Oh wait, no.
He's fucking dead.
Actually, Sam, you would be generally keeping an eye out for various occult signs. So could you make me a occult roll?
Sure. Well, weirdly enough, fucking Torrin's actually better at occultism than I am.
You know, you usually say you're looking out for weird symbols as we're
Torrin can
travelling.
do too.
Yeah. But still, I wasn't expecting that. Something, damn it, commented on.
Torrin, can you also be an occult? Because this would be your basically you're looking for knowledge sort of
Alright.
thing.
Cultist.
Hmm.
What, the 15 or the 15?
I'll go with the 15.
It's like the
Sam
second time that's happened this session.
and Stodier, you notice that there are a few places where there's like scratches in the walls. And it takes you a while to piece it together until Sam, you realize that there's this. You look down at your leg where you got nicked that last time, and they kind of are similar in size to what Onion nicked you with. You feel like there might be more Ozoluths, but there's you don't see much sign of them currently.
I mean, can they breathe under all this ooze?
Yes, you would believe they could.
In which case, perhaps it is a good time that we leave, and perhaps should we become desperate, think of a way to coming down here. I don't want to fight whatever fucking Onion is.
Dying in Torrens' background.
I don't know. Get him a fucking glass of water or something.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. There is smoking pot here. We move to question talk.
I feel bad for them. That sucks. I hate cops like
No, they're just smoking pot. There is nothing wrong with them.
SMH, my H.
It's like not indoors for smoking a pot.
Is that outside and then you don't get over smoke in the ceiling? Shall we head back out of these caves then?
Yeah.
Want to head back up.
Welcome back, Bigby.
Oh yeah.
We volunteered you to swim into the goop.
You died.
Have fun.
Sorry.
How rude. Just because I'm an
Alright,
alligator doesn't mean I like swimming through sewer.
It kind of does.
Probably more than any of us. But yeah, let's head
I'll get flushed down a toilet whenever he was a baby.
flushed away. But yes,
Well,
let's
well, that's not flushes yet.
let's head out of here, away from Slime Town.
I'm not going to make you make any checks on the way out. You know where you're going. It just takes you some time, and eventually you can get back to the prison base camp. It takes a long time. You just navigate your way through, but you get there. You smell a bit awful and acrid. It's washed away mostly as you walk your way through some of the water down there. But you're able to get back to the camp. And with that, you have time to plan, recuperate, and think of your next step. Maybe find some people to talk to. Figure out what actually happened down there, or what people's opinion up here is. See how much truth this arc had to him. Maybe make your own time to check over your own memories and see if you heard of anything like this.
Don't have a good library down here, SMH.
Yeah.
Hey, warden lady, can I be let out of prison for an hour to go to the library? Please.
I
I've been
totally will look
good.
for secrets of explosives, but I suppose you guys can take some time. Is there anything you would want to do?
I mean, the main question is, do we just want to try and fucking escape? Because, to be honest, between the wardens potentially being a lot stronger than us and dragon plus weird mind crystal, I feel, well, Sam feels, and probably I imagine the rest of us do, kind of out of our depth here. We're level 3.
Just a little.
Just a little. We almost
Snyder
died to a
thinks
pair of
that's Twitter
dogs.
talk.
You're a dwarf. You think everything is quarter dog.
Trouble is, we still don't actually have a solid plan for escaping.
That's because we haven't found a route.
Yeah, like our options are either up and out, which is going to get really, really messy really, really quickly, or find a way down and out, which
Which is what
is going to
Working
get
on.
really, really messy, but much slower.
Yeah, Vicious or Pierce Bale, just a fuck ton of water everywhere. I suppose if we manage to disable that shrine, the water might start to drain, but the people down there are going to be fucking angry at us. Also, that might be the main water for the prison, which is also not a great idea to get rid of.
Could we just relocate the source of water?
I don't know if we can. Imagine you need to be Special Crystal Boy to do that. And I don't think anyone wants to. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Does anyone want to volunteer as tribute to be a crystal?
Alternatively, water is flowing somewhere.
Yeah, it's just the issue of can we make it with breathing?
Well, that's something for Log to figure out.
I mean,
Perhaps,
has the best chance out of any of us.
yes, and perhaps next time, instead of searching for the source of the water, follow where it's flowing.
Oh,
Well,
actually,
another problem with that logic is Log can't get terribly far from us, otherwise we all start strangling to death.
You can still get a surprising distance, so it's already proven.
hold on, I have a plan. I just need to look up. Or whether this hinges on the fact of attempting to find someone who knows, or attempting to find a formula for water breathing potion. Because I believe a potion of water, wasn't there one? Potions. Ah yes, potion of water breathing is a 3rd level item, meaning I'm capable of making it. The issue here is actually getting the formula.
There might be a way you could find a way of doing it.
Yeah, I think that's the issue, is either having enough time to innovate on it, or finding someone who's able to, who either already A, knows, or B, is able to smuggle in the knowledge.
I will point out that Blinks was capable of making potions. So it seems he offered some potions at his counter.
True.
Smuggled knowledge.
The secondary thing there is then we either need to spend other crystals to get the value for stuff, or we need to find crystals of air, presuming they exist.
They do exist. For example, the lightning crystals can be broken down into fire and air.
Which means perhaps we also need to find a light, or actually, we know Blinks probably has a way of purifying the crystals. How about we just go talk to Blinks?
You can do that.
Which I suppose we're already here. Unless Ellen has any objections.
I halfling into Blinks' shop.
Eh? He's late. Why here?
Blinks, I want to have a business discussion with you.
What business?
We get closer. I feel weird talking across the shop. Blinks, you are, I believe from one of the last times when we visited your shop, you were interested in someone capable of making magic-related items.
Yes.
You're talking to Stodier.
Honest, need assistant. Lots of work. Lot of work ahead.
Well, there are a few things I would like to be able to make my life more comfortable down here, but if you're looking for an assistant in return for these things, I could offer my services.
What do?
I haven't fucking made anything yet. Okay, Sam will pull out the notebook that he got from the warden and show the formulas that he's been working on so far. Basically, scrolls. What did I actually learn? Scrolls, weapon potency runes, things, basically illusionary headgear, stuff like that. I've only just started to understand what I can do, but from what I understand, these crystals are potent. If they right designs, you could do anything.
You already understand first lesson. It's good.
First
But,
lesson.
of course, you assistant, Blinks teach.
Oh, I see.
But fine. You need to help Blinks, though. Things get busy soon.
Soon?
Soon.
Why specifically soon?
Blinks say only if you help.
Sam stops to think for a moment. What specifically would you be needing my help for? Feel free
Blinks
to
has
leave out
project.
anything. Okay.
Long project. Why stay here?
Ah, I see then our goals are vaguely intertwined. You've worked up enough credit that you could just leave, however. Why don't you just do that?
Because Blinks go, not leave. Blinks seek something down here.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Blinks be honest. Blinks not like other kobold. Lack scale. Lack horn. Good horn. Good teeth.
Assumed that was due to the crystals down here.
No. Blinks always like this.
Then you have my condolences. But if
No wants condolences, want help.
of course, you can have both. What is it you seek?
I seek perfect.
Perfect.
Come. You promised to keep secret. Ones above will take it with me.
You'll find no shared friendship between me and the
You,
warden.
dwarf, you wanted help. You wanted help, Blinks as well.
Doran?
Doran?
Right, push talk.
Yeah.
That's right, I owe you a debt. You've given me things I've needed as well, which I appreciate, and I hate those pricks above us.
Good. Blinks help. You help Blinks, I help you. Come. Blinks sort of pulls a sort of a brownish, greenish, earthen tone crystal out of the ground and holds it up to part of the wall here. Oh.
Oh.
It sort of turns a little warbly and muddy and kind of doesn't
Oh
he doesn't
no,
stress.
Blinks!
The cost
he-
of the
and he-
crystal is great.
And he walks through part of the muddy wall.
Fuck, I wish I screenshot this. I could send it. Damn it.
Blah!
Oh my god.
He holds out part of his hand back through the muddy wall out to you two and pulls you through. And you're covered in mud and filth and stuff as he pulls you through. And here you see a large table covered in various knickknack supplies, crystals, tools, various newfangled stuff, things that would be used to be pieced together into this hodgepodge of a workshop. But that blue section there is a carved out sort of stone altar covered in crystals. But unlike the crystal mind, it's a very different design. This one has a very large white opalescent crystal in the center of it with a very long slit down the center like an eye. Various
Sweat.
crystals are scattered around it, broken and shattered apart. And it sort of produces this multi-hued prismatic color that he has a very smooth disc, like a lens in front of it, which focuses all the prismatic light down to a single point and spreads it out as a single white light, perfect white light. Like all the crystals of the hues, sort of he combines it down to a single point of the laser, sort of thing, which he uses to has a various apparatus and stand in front of it, which he uses to place crystals in.
So this is how you purify the crystals.
Yes. Could not find way of making pure light. So, found all light.
I see. Interesting.
But not just tool.
Goddamn push talk, motherfucker.
Sorry, Doran.
What was that?
I basically just said Sir had the same idea, but that would have taken him a long time because he would have had to find every single variety of crystal, which would, again, just taken a lot of time.
Took Blink's long time too. But complete now. But for what I need, the ground be rumbling. It tumbles and turns and it's a good sign. Blinks wants to go to that. He points to the eye in the center of that apparatus.
There's. You want to go to the eye? Sam, like, conspicuously makes sure his hand is, like, turned around.
Yes. It makes Blinks good. Makes Blinks pure. Damn crystals prevent though. Keep hidden. But Blinks look and look and look and look, and Blinks finally see down below.
So you know where to go, but it's a question of actually getting there.
Yes.
I see.
Once I get there, Blinks show way out. Blinks be good. The one who sleeps will make Blinks pure. Fix. Give scales.
I see.
Why you look at me like that?
More just contemplation.
Because
Goals are-
we've heard rumors about what it could be, and depending on what it is and what it could be, there's what was it? Something in the realm of 7 bad outcomes and 6-ish good outcomes for what it could be.
Well, what is Kobold without dragon?
Yes, that is what I was alluding to.
I give you offer.
Do you know what color of dragon it is?
Oh, colored. No. No color. Perfect. Beautiful. Shining and colorful.
Prismatic.
Not even so. Come from deep earth. Deeper earth than this earthhound. It comes through various planes to find a home. I talk of crystal dragon.
I'm gonna look at Sam and ask. So, what do you know about the crystal dragons?
You can
As
make
I'm
me an
sure,
occult check.
yeah, which is what I'm kind of prompting both of us to do right
Yeah.
now.
Have you got a fucking +9? God damn it.
Because
And
I'm
people.
intelligence based,
I know.
and
I'm not mixing. What the fuck? This is the third time this session.
Stutter and Sam just start answering each other in stereo.
Okay.
Oh,
You
they're
know-
finishing each other's sentences.
You know an okay amount of about crystal dragons, though they're very rare here. And honestly, you've seen mostly pictures. Though the few stories that they've arrived in that you've read never depict them as really the villain, more as a apathetic onlooker. They're very vain. They're very wealth oriented, but they're not. They prefer to produce their wealth rather than steal it from others. They view many people as more worthwhile alive than dead, and many take part in commerce. Or so you've been told. Then again, crystal dragons haven't been around for thousands of years, from what you know. They arrive from the plane of Earth, primarily, and you believe them to be primarily chaotic good.
You'd think a crystal dragon would be on the more lawful side, considering crystals are, structured.
You
very
would think, but
delicately.
these seems to have a little bit more of a love of freeform, be able to manipulate crystals as they see fit. The structure of crystals turns to amorphous art around them.
So, Stutter looks at Sam and goes, "Well, if it is a true crystal dragon, which I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but it's not likely. But if it is, it's not a bad bet to place, in my opinion."
The main question is, Blinks, you seek to release it from its prison so it will give you scales.
Yes.
What if we told you there was potentially another easier way?
Hmm?
There are those below who have created a, suppose let's call it union with the crystals.
Oh, those. No, do not talk to them. Bad.
Oh, I see.
They worship the prison, not the entity.
Right, I see. I wasn't aware of their maliciousness.
They think they know what they do, but they torment and curse and tear at his flesh, blaming him for sins he no commit.
Sam's just nodding, internally screaming in mind prison. Why the fuck is everyone down here absolutely batshit insane?
Because they're locked in a place and can't get out.
Well, he knows an exit.
I blame the Inquisitors.
This issue is societal.
Also being experimented on by the prison psychologist.
In fairness, she's new. This has apparently been a
It's-
long gotten thing.
It's not entirely their fault they're crazy.
They've been just stuck underground for the past, in Blinks' case, 20 years.
Oh, that's fine. That's totally fine. No, it's, the imprisonment and, the oppression.
And
You can live a happy life underground, as any dwarf can tell you.
Though I don't think dwarves need to absorb sunlight for vitamin D.
No, they actually get it from a type of fungus that
Yeah,
they eat.
most other people don't.
Blinks, okay, good to know. We've seen the dangers that lie below in the mines. Getting to where you want to be is going to be a difficult.
that's why I need assistant.
Yes. There are others who, unfortunately, we will have to trust and bring along. Sam taps the collar on his neck.
Mm,
We cannot stray too far without them, lest I literally be choked to death.
Aye, whether we like it or not, we come as a set.
fine.
For most of them, if we offer a way out, I have a fairly good feeling that they'll take the chance. That is our main goal, honestly. Get out, get these chains off.
Yeah, no. These collars are powered by crystals, aren't they?
They
Yeah,
are.
it seems so.
If it's a crystal dragon we're working with, and hell, even if it's just a relatively mature or old metallic dragon, their manipulation of magic is legendary. I'm sure they could remove these collars without decapitating us.
That's a good point. I think
As crazy as McKinn would think me for working with a dragon, it seems to be our best bet, and it is not entirely unheard of in dwarven culture. We have been known to work with metallics from time to time.
Or if Blink makes suggestion, you could work with crazies down below and just lose ability to breathe. Then no longer a problem.
It
preferably
is an
not.
option, not one I think I'll take, but it is an option.
You smart.
But we will need to convince convince, Sam makes air quotation marks, our companions. I think we should get a start on that.
Hmm.
But you sound like our best bet, so I'm sure they'll take it.
Appreciated.
Can we just walk back through this wall?
No.
Okay.
Blinks comes over, pulls out another crystal and sort of rubs it on it and turns sort of muddy-esque again.
Oh, let's go. We have a lot of explaining to do.
You come back. I need you for working on parts.
Today or tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, the concept of time.
You hurry back.
Okay.
As Blinks turns to his apparatus as you walk through and starts working on some crystal stuff.
He doesn't come through the wall, does he?
No.
As soon as Sam feels like they're a healthy distance away from the shop, he's just going to turn to Stoder, just with a face full of barely contained disappointment, rage, despair, and just lean into Stoder and whisper, "Why the fuck is everyone like this down here?"
Because most of you are surface dwellers and you're not meant to spend this much time underground, as far as I'm understanding. Not to mention the oppression, the inquisitors, whatever the fuck the crystals have been doing to you people down here.
Just so we're on the same line, you're not actually thinking. I'm not thinking of actually taking or working with him proper, are you?
With blanks?
Yes.
I was highly considering it.
As far as I'm concerned,
It sounds like a much better deal than working with those crystal crazies.
we've already learned that if we can find where the dragon is, there's apparently an exit near it. Or rather, that Blinks knows there's an exit down here somewhere. Or that he either has the capabilities to just leave for what he has in there. I don't.
And that still leaves us collared and without a force to get through the people at the bottom of the cliff.
I don't trust that the dragon wouldn't just. Sam kind of makes a hand motion, squeezing. These things are right around our necks.
Well, the way I figure it, there are innumerable ways to die down here, so if I had to choose one, I'm going to pick one that has the best chance of getting my ass out of here instead of killing me.
I think the best bet for that is trust nobody but ourselves. It's
Well,
never wise.
that doesn't seem to be the best option, I'm not going to lie.
The other options are working with dragons, entities with incredible power. I don't. That never works well. Never.
Yeah. And as Sam notes, these things are supposedly chaotic good, but they're also incredibly vain and incredibly violent.
We can at least bring it up to the group, but my vote is on the staunch trust nobody.
Well, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I
We
would
have
say we have a better chance working with at least someone of respectable power.
We have a decent
That's-
chance working with someone, but we should not trust them.
That is unfortunately our dilemma, isn't it? In order to get what we need and get these collars off, we will need to invest some amount of trust in them. Regardless, that is just the unfortunate nature of this situation.
The way I look at it is Blinks is asking 6 of us to escort him, a singular kobold, down into the mines. I suppose our odds would be best with him rather than the crystal men. But regardless, we should probably bring this up to the group.
Blanks is also not particularly asking much of us.
He's asking us to potentially put the town, or not the town, but this entire area at risk. The story I heard of the scholars bargaining with the dragon claimed that he considered this large area his territory, his property. I don't think that will have changed. If anything, his ire would have grown in the time that he's been contained. If they're vain and possessive, being chained up for however many years is not it's not going to bode well for us getting out of here. Hell, perhaps even the crystal reaching up as a manifestation of his anger.
I wouldn't doubt it, however. I do not particularly care for the people above us right now.
I don't particularly care for the wardens, but I'm not fast to condemn a city to Dragon's Wrath. A city and the people who live in this just general area. We need to
It
go
is
to
not an easy decision.
know if this is necessarily just a case of all decisions are bad, or
I haven't found a good one yet. Because our current options are work with a criminal organization and blow some shit sky high, kill a lot of people, and alert every single guard force in the entire upper city that things are happening here. Option 2, we blow a hole through the cliff face, go through the docks, kill a lot of people, steal a ship, and pray that one of the people that came with us knows enough about sailing to be able to guide the rest of us to work this ship and get us anywhere else. And we don't die in a storm out on water. Our next solution, work with a cult of crystal worshipping madmen and possibly end up as thralls to the crystal ourselves, or perhaps we get out of here. Who knows? I certainly don't. Finally, we work with a dragon, which I personally think is the best bet if it is in fact a crystal dragon. Even better if it happens to be a metallic. Then we don't have to. If it is a metallic, we wouldn't even have to worry much about its wrath on the city proper. It would certainly be wrathful, but they aren't known for killing innocents. That being said, there isn't a lot known about crystal dragons, so I do not know about its opinion on innocent lives or not.
let's see what the others think.
That would be best.
Which, whenever we return to the rest of the group, Sam's going to use his last spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
And basically around the door where oh god, roll 20. Basically where the door is, he'll cast illusory object and put a proper door in there so people can't necessarily look in and watch us.
Yep. That's easy enough.
Okay, everyone, we have a doozy. Insert info dump, or do you want us to actually talk it out?
Kind of up to you in Cree and Log.
Yeah, has everyone been paying attention?
Okay.
Tried to.
Yep. Quick info dump.
I mean, the short of it is essentially Blinks wants to free the dragon to receive its blessing and get his gills back. He apparently has a plan to do so. He's also, of course, opposed towards the cult, but he apparently knows a way out. And Stoldir thinks that with the dragon's powers, it could potentially break the collars on us.
Kind of not sure why you You guys need that sort of escape. Either one.
Sorry, what?
Log going to be getting out if everyone boss need him.
Oh, I see.
That's why log in here in the first place.
Wasn't. Well, that's all well and good for you, Log, but I don't know if that necessarily extends to all of us.
We do.
Unfortunately,
If
we are.
log want to bring you, you be brought.
That also then ties us in with whatever your criminal organization is, which I know next to nothing about, which doesn't put me in a lot of hope.
I don't know. If boss would be fine if you leave. You just leave. You probably not know too much, especially since you think you probably owe him not say anything since get you out of prison.
Sam just looks to Kai and Kree and everyone else.
Also, log know you suspicious of boss, but boss good guy. Don't believe what crazy lady up top say. She don't know what she talking about.
Is there a check to like see how like Stockholm syndrome Log is?
You can make a perception.
I imagine the answer is not actually. He just genuinely appreciates someone who's helped him a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically, it's not
Yeah.
Stockholm.
So close, J-Mac. So close.
What do you mean so
Twinsies.
close?
Y-
Oh, I see.
Log Log doesn't seem Stockholm. Obviously, I mean, he seems to be genuine.
It doesn't mean he's not Stockholm.
Well, certainly, Log doesn't have like signs of trauma.
no, log is entirely just genuine about this, about him and boss and like what he understands about boss. Okay, look, sure, boss criminal. That true. Boss kill people, yes,
That's apparently.
but boss not bad guy. Boss do good by people that do good by him.
That doesn't mean he's a good person. That means he just repays his debts.
No, you don't. Boss try not to screw people over.
Still doesn't necessitate that he's a good person.
Well, it means he's a good businessman. Well,
Yeah.
at least not an asshole businessman.
Boss, be easy to argue for you sometimes, but
Another issue is your completely biased source Log.
yeah, that detail.
A very large detail.
Yeah. Still, log think boss is good to trust.
Then what would you say is the time frame of him breaking us out of here?
That to Graham, because well, boss not really tell log much. He give log thing, points his face, and log go in here.
Can I see that thing?
Yeah, sure. Log would just open his mouth. Work her.
What does it mean having to stick my head in people's mouths?
Because you're the smallest.
A bit dangerous, don't you think, Log?
Sam, you're able to pull it out easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay,
Log got good control of mouth.
You pull it out. It's this small crystal rod. It's pretty small. It's about covered in little blue etchings compared to Graham's, which was covered in red.
what kind of thing would it be to identify this?
Arcana.
Okay.
Ooh, wow, this is powerful. Okay, so whoever made this is really fucking good at their job. This seems to be some form of consumable spell ready to go off once the main runes are broken. Much like Graham's was, how it was a bomb. This one seems to be a little bit more protection based. Its main aura being abjuration.
I know. Sim Silent was just saying that for out of character.
Yeah.
It's weird. We know he has
Okay.
tonsil bomb. So do I have an idea of what would do, like a shield of some form?
You would assume that it would make some form of large bubble shield of some kind, yes. Judging from the runes, there are very few forms of force magic you've encountered, but this seems to be some kind of it.
Do I think this is a perfect sphere or is it a globe?
You think it is a perfect sphere. Rather large, too.
Do I think it would move after it's been used?
No.
Fuck. There goes that plan. There goes plan Team Rocket's blasting off again.
I mean, could just protect us.
I know, but I was thinking,
saying this aloud? Well, it
Sorry?
does.
yeah, Sam would say, well, whoever the boss is, he apparently wanted to keep you very safe. This would conjure a fairly largish shield, probably pretty strong. Do I just put it back in there?
Here, no. Log, do that.
I have a decent idea what that shield's for.
Wait, why did I have to take it out if you can put... Oh, there.
Because log, it easier put in than take out.
Oh, and one thing you would know from this is that you believe that it would be a sixth sphere of magic spell.
What the fuck?
I have a pretty good idea what that's for. Because Graham has a rod just like that one.
Oh.
However, his is not protection magic.
Oh.
I just point at Soda's bandolier.
I
Dwarfs. How powerful.
see.
It looked very powerful when I examined it.
Why?
My understanding, though, he's not been the most thrilled about the potential of exploding.
Sideline.
Yeah.
Do I think the bubble that would be formed from Log's thing, would that go through walls?
Yeah.
I see.
You wouldn't want to be in the midpoint when the barrier is formed, I'll say.
Yeah.
But you would imagine it makes a rather large dome that multiple people could fit in.
Sam's mind is just, he goes quiet after hearing that apparently Graham has a fucking high explosive. So we could attempt to
I
make it
suppose
by
now we
ourselves.
have two options to blow things sky high.
Graham wants to get out of here. If we can come up with a solution to get out, then, well, obviously we have access to that. Though it's, yeah, powerful.
Just talk to Graham now.
My head hurts. Sam just rubs his temples. Hey, out of character, how much bulk was a person?
6.
Medium person is 6.
Fuck.
Why are you asking?
I had a plan.
You're only 3 bulk.
Yeah. Because I had a plan. We now technically have a way of breaking down the exemplar void crystal. One of the things it broke down into was space. Oh shit, actually, can the value of a big crystal be used towards multiple things?
Generally not, but in certain state cases, yes.
Okay, plan still maybe holds. Break down void crystal into space crystal. Craft multiple bags of holding. Stuff people into bags of holding. Explode hole through wall. Throw ourselves out of in bag.
Fall damage doesn't translate into bag.
Good to know. Use bag to hide for a while. When...
Suffocate in bag.
Oh no. Okay, we'd have to think of a way around that. But with that, we could hide probably long enough in one location that, should the guards not be able to find us, we could get away on time. Because, well, I don't think I'd expect the guards to be expecting us to have like powerful magical items.
So, on the same thing, you could also just have someone who's very good at sneaking take the bag and run.
That's also true. It helps that we have one person who's very good at stealth and a lot of people who aren't. Main issue there is actually getting a fucking bag of holding. Or rather, the formula to make a bag of holding.
That is the primary detriment with that plan, but yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a bunch above the level for me potentially taking it as a crafting from. So, it seems like we have 3 main routes. Blow our way out, help Blinks, or side with the Crystal Cult. Or just, I suppose, also attempt to find a way out below.
I'm not doing anything cult based.
Yeah, I'd rather prefer
Cult and
that.
Dragon seems fair. I'll go with Graham and Boss Plan.
Cree, any preference? You've been quiet. Tender?
Tinder died. No.
If you're speaking, you're muted.
Nope, he's dead.
I guess he's went
Well,
burpy.
well, I guess we now have we have something new to feed to the monster downstairs.
No.
Oh well.
At any point, This is probably, considering we also do need task rolls, so this is probably a good point to go. Let's sleep on it,
Yes, that was what I was going to bring up next.
because
You
yeah,
got a lot on your table.
working with a cult bad. Working with a potentially wrathful dragon who's also powerful, more powerful than us to begin with, also bad, or at least low good prospects for us.
Working with a criminal mastermind. Good plan.
No, it's just good for you because he's your sugar daddy.
No.
He's literally giving you a
do not-
powerful abjurative shield that you stuffed in your tonsils. Don't try to say he's not your sugar
It's
daddy.
not tonsils. He actually stuck it behind a tooth.
Okay, fair.
Because Locke has very big teeth.
In fairness, yeah, you have enough teeth.
It's quite easy to hide things in Log's teeth.
And not
Honestly, I still think, given the fact that we're going to go back to a city where we'll still be wanted,
Uh-huh.
having a criminal mastermind on our side is not a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could
You're
also
still gonna-
you could also gain a magical sugar daddy in the form of a crystal dragon that has stories stretching back thousands of years.
Oh,
What about
What
unleash
are-
a crystal apocalypse?
yeah, I'd rather not.
Dragon's
That's-
not strong enough to do that because the city is still got some really strong fucking people in it.
See, you say that, but he's also like slowly been spreading throughout the ground for how God knows how many years.
Oh, I feel like that influence is the leeching influence that he's able to put out. Not
Yeah, well, you'll
not his
try.
actual like power whenever he's awake.
Yeah, if anything, his power when he's awake is going to be a lot stronger. And he's already got all this infrastructure here.
I mean potentially.
Potentially even enough to just fucking chop the Black Cliff and drop it into the sea. Probably
I
not
don't think
that
it's
far,
that
but
much, yeah.
you know, enough that like
Yeah,
if you're
but
living
I,
on a fucking cliff, it's scary.
yeah, I still wouldn't underestimate the city and the people in it to defend it. Admittedly, it's going to cause massive destruction if he wants to do that. But I don't think he'd win.
I wouldn't
Which
put
might be on our good side, because if he doesn't think he can win, he might want to instead lay low and potentially use us for stuff like that. Like to help with that. Maybe not. It depends. We don't know.
Can't believe the option I'm siding with almost is fucking blow our way out of the top.
Hey, it's a good plan.
Nothing says we have to blow our way upward necessarily. Just
Mhm.
That's
blow
true.
our way some way.
Yeah, it might also be a good way of getting everyone else in the prison out. Because this prison isn't full of like murderers and like really high like priority people. These are fairly petty criminals, all of them. Or they're political prisoners.
I don't.
But they're not actually sent down here.
Oh, yeah, there's
Most of the
people
people that
above
get sent
her.
down here are fairly like low level crime type people.
It's true, because
Because it's an
murderers get
experimental
executed.
thing. Yeah.
I still don't know if I'd necessarily really want to be like murderers out in the streets.
Murderers get
Well, they
executed,
wouldn't-
they're not murderers.
Okay,
Yeah, they're thieves and larcenists, things like that.
that's still not great.
No, it's
Are you-
not.
Are you saying thieves deserve to die a fate to a crystal dragon?
They're also heretics,
Well,
which
some of them might.
their only crime is some of them are heretics, where their only crime is not worshipping.
Worshipping a god of love.
Uh-huh. Or they're weirdos like Kree, who is also technically a heretic.
Let me just worship Rovagut real quick.
Or like Rhea.
It is convenient to be down here for unknown star reasons.
This prison is arguably full of no, most of them aren't good people. But the majority of them are probably neutral at best, or at worst.
Technically, the main cause I'm here is technically just a very large bar fight.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And they get sent down here to work crystal mines until they pay off their debt to society.
There's only one stained glass window.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a conversation to be had. I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed the session. It was a lot. It was very talky.
I mean, some sessions be like that.
Yeah.
And I
To
feel like we should stick to our guns and just have things explode.
What's another war crime to our belt?
Yeah, exactly. And hey,
On-
you're the only one with a war crime here.
On one hand, fabulous wealth. On the other hand, painful, agonizing failure. So let's go with the neutral one and just blow it all up.
It's a plan.
I would say it's a good point. So
Also, like like us just blowing up and getting out of here just leaves the cult and the dragon to their sort of like their devices.
It's not our problem to deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we'd be imposing.
Yeah, Blinks probably isn't going to leave anyway.
I mean, he could have left ages ago. He's chosen not to. So
Yeah, exactly. And if the prison tries to sort of like come at him because he's the only one left after a massive jailbreak, he can probably just disappear into the into the underground and not be too fussed. Because I have a feeling that Blinks is here in this community because it's convenient for him and his goals.
yeah, he was just
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have to be here. He could have like be doing this in the caves.
Yeah.
Or, just in his normal hiding spot in the walls. Right there.
Blinks is here is because he wants to be.
Yeah.
He wants skills.
Yeah. But he's not in the prison because because he wants to be in the prison. He's in the prison because it's close.
Mhm.
It's close and convenient.
But he wants to be beautiful. He wants his scales.
Oh. I
He wants-
sympathize with him, but
he wants a prismatic ray to come out of him when someone shines a torch.
Yeah.
yeah.
God, the prismatic breath is terrifying.
So who knows? Maybe if we do plan explode everything out of here, maybe one day Blinks will come back and it's like I have a feeling he'll at least be amicable to us.
I just imagine his first thing is, "You owe me debt."
That's also potentially a thing, and we'll be like, okay, yeah, sure, we can pay it.
No interest.
Yeah. One thing you gathered from Blinks is he's an alright dude. It's just he's very, now that you understand his goals oriented.
Interest. 12,000 crystals.
Yeah.
On the surface, there are no crystals. 12,000 crystals. You have till noon.
I
Yeah.
suppose we have a fifth option. We just work off our actual debt.
Totally true. You could totally do
We
that.
still don't actually know what it is yet.
The problem is, the prison has declined to tell us.
Yeah.
And admittedly, for some people, they're here not because they've committed a crime, but because what do we do with you? Hi, Rose.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, most of us have not committed that serious of a crime. We can't have that long of a sentence, right?
It's true. You could just try to lawyer your way out of here.
We have a lot of money.
The only person that's here under like full criminal charges is Kai and Log.
Look,
And even them.
mine are the kind of charges which is like sleep it off for the night in the jail cell.
Yeah, whereas Logs are kind of you're pretty clearly like part of a gang that we busted, so
Meanwhile, Sutter did some property damage and said the name of a god that wasn't accepted. So
Stotier falls under the heretics.
it's not even heresy. These people are just dumb.
It's also true, yes.
Have you seen me disagree with that statement once so far?
You may worship them as saints, but not as gods.
They have deific powers. They power clerics. They
So do
are
clerics.
beyond a saint.
Clerics also have deific powers.
I so
Are we
represent.
sure we don't want to just feed these people to a dragon?
The problem is there are people in the city I actually care about.
It should be noted that this dragon is classified as chaotic good.
Maybe.
That is assuming it is a crystal dragon, which we can't guarantee.
It could be like a red dragon or something that's been covered in crystals because of all this time.
Let's say the idea had a crystal crown.
Yeah.
Still be vain enough.
Yeah. I suppose you could beat the truth out of a cultist. Because, I mean, the one you just... Because Ark said he was been there.
He's indoctrinated. He won't tell us the truth.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's had the most time to be mind bent, considering he's apparently been here before the other prisoners were sent in.
No, he was here after the main prison break.
Oh, after they went. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said none of his other brothers were more zealous than him.
Right, I thought he was like the oldest one or something.
No, he's probably one of the youngest.
Let me go fix my notes.
Yeah, sorry if that was a confusion.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a cult,
Better
it's supposed to
knowing
be
it now.
confusing.
Right, yeah.
Totally planned sideline. Totally planned. Always take credit for it.
Oh, it's perfect. It's fine.
All mistakes are canon.
hmm Well, I'm at least happy that my goal of making this a very uh, dubious roll of options has worked.
It's a complex issue.
Yeah.
I would like to go. I would like to go for option F.
Fuck it.
Actually, the option F is like Summon Cthulhu or something, but you know.
No.
No. Plan F isn't Summon Cthulhu. Plan F is Plan Fubar. Fuck everything else. Fuck everyone else. We get out alive. Everything else is just a consequence of such. Whoever survives or does not survive is no longer our problem, other than ourselves.
Isn't that Plan Dragon?
Not necessarily.
That's
was
fair.
It's potentially.
I was sorry, Torrin. Oh no, sorry. I was wrong. I was thinking of Plan L.
Perfect.
I mean, we got two people here with occult skill. How hard could it be?
Right. I mean, hell. Summon a demon is first level ritual.
Yes, we take the most extreme of options. We make a deal with the lower planes.
Yes.
Hey, Chain Devil, can you get me out of it? Wait.
Huh?
Hey, Absoluth, go kill some people.
They need encouraging?
I mean, Ozoluths are not evil. They're just covered in filth.
No, Absoluths are bone devils.
Oh, that's very similar to what Onion is.
Onion
Ozoluth.
is an Otyug.
Otyug. Thank you. Otyug. Pronouncing it wrong.
Aberration names are hard.
Yeah. I don't have that many tongues.
Here, you can borrow some of mine as long as you don't ask where they came from.
Okay. Thank you.
I have new questions. You never said I couldn't ask where they came from?
Yes, but I never said I'd be inclined to answer either.
Oh, don't worry. Interrogation has methods for that.
Well, I'm going to end session there. I need to use the restroom. You can ask me any questions you want. I'm going to say you can take a day of downtime.